Good evening, everyone. Today is my 96th day of improving my public speaking skills. Today is Saturday, and it's a great day. I actually washed my clothes, and then the weather today was really nice. Aside that, there's some dark clouds earlier, but then in the afternoon it was so sunny and it was really nice to see. As you can see, it was much more evident that the way I pronounce the words that have a S words, I was having a hard time towards it, because even though my jaw line improve much better than yesterday, but still I'm having the hard time of eating and opening my mouth. But then the pain, the aching in the side of my ear are almost gone, but still there are still some left, and I actually don't know if I still can go back to the way to the way that how I talk, because honestly it was really affecting the words that I pronounce, the way I move my mouth, and the way I pronounce the words that I was talking about. There's a really huge difference of it, and I can feel it. I don't know why, maybe because of the movements of my tongue. It is much more in the forward side, and if ever I will try to wait, it is plain. Yes. And whenever I try to push my limit, whenever I tried to push myself in actually speaking in a normal manner, that's when it eventually aching. I will see if this was permanent, and I hope it was not permanent, because it will really affect me in many ways, especially on how I pronounce things. I think I have the problem in my tongue, because actually the only one that are controlling our pronunciation, our verbal skills, are the tongue, and it was much more not normal. I can feel it because it was leaning forward than normal, and also the way I'm speaking, it was really not normal. I don't know. I was kind of scared of it, because what if it was permanent? I hope not. But yeah, that's all for today. But if you will hear me in a personal, it was kind of normal. But then when I start to speak any words that has a S on it, I can feel the difference of it. But yeah, I'm doing well. Still, I haven't cut my hair. I was actually tempting earlier to cut my hair, but then I did not see the scissor. But if ever I see one, I will definitely cut my hair. But then, faithfully, I didn't see any scissor earlier. I was actually finding one. I don't know where it went, but we actually have one, but then I didn't see it. That's all for today. And there was a tropical or typhoon that was coming near in the Philippines. It was actually currently far away now, but it was expected to enter the Philippine zone tomorrow, and according to the forecast, it will land maybe in the Monday or Tuesday. That's why just earlier the mayor, specifically our mayor, has already announced the suspension of our classes, which is a good thing. because actually we supposed to be have a long quiz in the statistic in the next week in the Monday, and I honestly didn't review anything yet. That's why it's a good chance and opportunity for me to be for it to be cancelled. That's all. And there's some blah, blah. There are some few things that I'm quietly thinking about earlier. I don't know why, but for the past days that I'm recording myself, I'm just what do we call this? I'm just pushing myself to do a video even though I don't feel like it. There was also a time that I don't want to continue to video because I don't know, I don't feel lazy. I just feel discouraged at all, which is a normal thing. But it really, even though I know and I expected it to be a normal thing in pursuing this kind of goal, but then I can't help but to feel a bit, what do we call this, a bit insecure and then discouraged, demotivated of it. But I'm still proud of myself for just continuing even though I don't feel like it, for showing up. And I think it deserves a much more recognition than it was, because it really takes a lot of energy to actually do it, to actually do this, that you're keep showing up even though you don't feel like it. Yeah, even though sometimes I feel like this was kind of, what do we call this, I was kind of feeling discouraged in a way that I'm once again being insecure towards to my progress. I don't feel motivated at all, and I don't want to pretend that I am. That's why I also want to voice out the things that I keep hidden about. I actually have a current problem towards to the scratch. It's not just a normal scratch, but it was a scratch that I gained from the street cat earlier, and it was actually really a deep scratch because the way the cat scratched my feet or what we call this, tight the way the cat scratched my tight, it was really deep to the point it has blood on it. Earlier I just washed it with soap. I actually just want it to I'm planning to ignore this kind of scratch, but then I realized that it was kind of serious to ignore, and I'm planning to, if ever the typhoon are not that serious, I'm planning to ask if there's a available anti-rabies vaccination in our city health. But if there's none, then there's nothing I can do, because the vaccination was kind of expensive, and I don't want to take an effort to have it injected to me. But if there's a free vaccination, then I will totally grab it. But I feel like there's one, as per to my knowledge. But yeah, it's not a big deal currently. It was not a big deal. But still, it's better to prevent than cure. That's why I will still try my best to find a pre-vaccination. But if ever there was none, then I don't want to pursue it. I don't want to keep it going. I'll just accept this was kind of big. It was not your normal scratch. It was a very big, and the cut claws are much more differ to my skin, to the point that it literally leave, what do we call this? Yes, it leaves something. Yeah, that's all for today. And Michaela, continue to be more consistent towards to your videos. No matter how you feel or what situation you're in, please prioritize this goal, because you know how it really helps you in many ways. Just keep going. Just keep walking. No matter how unsure you are. I know it is easier to say than to actually do it, but you have to do it, because why not? That's all for today. You see the glimpse of the result, and you know it's always gonna be worth it. And always finish what you start. That's all. Thank you.